Alright guys and gals, let's build and review the Ice Mario suit in Frozen World by LEGO Super Mario, set number 71415. And I do not have him, so this is going to be a very limited review. Since that's never to be found, the set will still get a grade of F. So, this should be a very interesting build. And I was trying to get the app to work on my tablet. It didn't work, so I had to use an iPhone. So you have to download this app right here, the Super Mario app. So go figure there, you can't download the PDF instructions. So I don't know how lengthy this video is going to be. And I mean, which format do I prefer? I prefer PDF over paper. But when it comes to the animation graphics, yeah, so this is, you're going to hear a lot of belly aching through this. And yes, it'll be on this channel. It'll be uncensored, meaning that I'm not going to filter the negativity out of this. So I got to figure out exactly how to get this to work here. So I guess this is what we're doing. Sorry for the crudity of this. So yay, we got animations. Cool. Well, this should be really, let's see, sound I want muted, brick preview. Wow, there's very limited stuff in here. Yep, talking about a failing grade. Yeah. So the first thing, I guess some people were taken very seriously on. I don't know why. These are just meant to be for fun, but you know, when I get a set that's incomplete, I kind of just throw a fit over it because that's just how it is. Like, this is useless, but we're going to have fun with it regardless, because somebody will probably get this as a gift for Christmas or the holidays or whatever. Well, this won't be released by then, and I can't tell if it's nougat or brown. Let me guess, we're going to have to build 2 of these, huh? Yeah, but I got my Christmas shopping done. I was like procrastinating through it too. I'm like, oh man. I just have to double tap through it. Yeah, kind of figured. Okay, we got this. This is probably the back side here. It's hard to say which way it is. I think this is probably the back. We won't know. This thing has 3D, huh? Okay, yeah, I can at least now see it. And we got this useless tile that goes on the top. So that's what that is. You could probably scan that off the camera. And not too bad. We survived one part. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, I know some people are really happy about this, but I do not like these stupid animated graphic things. So, if I have to fight through the building guide, literally, this is supposed to make things easier. Like I said, this set still remains at F. It will never get a better grade than F. So it fails before we start. Some people want to hear Oh, and by the way, if you're looking for positive reviews, I do positive reviews, but that's only on sets that are 100% complete, to where I don't have to, you know, first off, the building guide is atrocious, you know. Okay, it wants the flat tiled one, you know. But don't get me wrong, these sets have good pieces, but not for this money, it's not. So this just sits here. Without the starter course, these are kind of useless. It's more of a gimmick than anything else to get you to buy more. And I'm LEGO, I'm sorry, but I gotta bluntly say it here. Okay, this must be bag 2. if I had the figure, it probably would get a higher grade, but I'm looking at the fact of, I'll put this stuff over here. I'm looking at the fact if a parent bought this set and didn't know, like I didn't know, this is probably one of the worst themes that everybody wanted, but LEGO executed it so poorly. Let me go and see if I could turn the part preview off. Let's see here. That may make it a little faster. This app is just so it's so slow. Yes, I'm running it on a modern iPhone. I was trying to get it to work on my tablet. Oh, that's much better now. Okay, some of you said turn that off. Okay, and I remember now that's what that does. Alright, so hopefully we don't have to deal with that again. Now I can just tap the button here, and the thing about 3D building guides is I'll show you. Like this, I don't know where that goes, but I can rotate that around and I can see it. That's probably the only good thing about these. I notice my phone is starting to get pretty toasty. So, and yeah, it's supposed to be in the 60s and sunny today, but it got really foggy and it's socked in fog right now. And hey, which is fine by me, you know. Fine by me. I don't mind it being cold. I know most of the country's under this mega storm alert, but no, not where I'm at. It's just foggy. I mean, it's bad enough we get earthquakes, you know, but it's foggy here. Alright. And let's see here. And I understand LEGO's going to this method, but get rid of the animated graphics on these apps. Make the apps run cooler, or just let us have an option of downloading the PDF. You know. The only thing with PDFs is it's fixed. I think that's why they do the 3D stuff. And I think LEGO's going to go to that route eventually, but if I'm a parent, you know, some people they're on a limited data plan too. I mean, yeah, in 2022, 2023, we're having limited still. You know, that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm kind of getting behind on my personal stuff just because of the set reviews, and trying to find the parts here. Yes, when I do the other ones, I'm going to just sort them out by color since they've been unbagged. The new ones that I haven't done yet, I'm keeping them grouped. Okay. I wonder if we're done with that or not. Okay, is this a Super Mario set or a Technic set? So yeah, this is going to be very limited in terms of playability. And just so happens we have Jay the Surfer with pink hair. And yes, I did have hair that color at one time too. Boy, I got a lot of grief over that one. So, let's see here. Looks like it goes in here. Not sure what that does yet. We got to put this on top here. Well, how does that even go on there? It doesn't just fit on there. Oh, okay. Goes like that. I tell you though, that's the one thing I like about the 3D. It was sitting like this, couldn't tell, and I'm going to have to turn off my phone. I wanted to use my old junky tablet because the smart screen or the digitizer shot and the battery shot, so I'd rather use that instead of using my phone. But it is what it is. Or just get a cheapo. If they had PDF, I'd just get a cheapo Kindle and use that instead. Oh, that's something else I have to get. At least I don't have to have the manual close on me. Like, I'll just step away and the manual, the pages sometimes will close. Alright. Let's see here. And one of these goofy tiles that are useless. Maybe use that as a secret code. That's not too bad right there. And there's one on one side, so I'm assuming there's one on the other side here too. And for those who watch my second channel, sometimes I can just infer of what's going on because that's exactly what we did. And then this thing here just sits in here. So I think you're supposed to do this, and he flies out. And of course it shows me how to play it. Well, we don't have the Mario suit. Okay, so put that off to the side there. We'll start the next guy. But Jay, what's the point of that? Why are you doing this without the starter course? Wouldn't that make it not fun? Well, when we got him, it'll be fun. We'll make it fun. You know, a lot of kids, include, you know, especially somebody like myself who is on the spectrum and all, we kind of imagine things. So I can see things and stuff like that, so I could just pretend. There's nothing wrong with pretending here. I'm sure he'll fit inside there. You know, back in the 90s we had baggy jeans, so I guess this is about as baggy can get. Well, that fell off. They told me to put these on there. Maybe it would have been easier if they just told me to put them on there first, then set it in. And the hat sits on the jumper plate. Well, Jay, I don't think you're going to be able to fit in that anytime soon. Well, let's just pretend here, huh? Alright, now how do you get out of that? Yeah, so I'm just going to say the building guide on this is a bit on the slow side. Don't put your phone flat on a surface because this thing is getting toasty. And looks like one of these goes here. Okay, so this goes here. We're not going to play with it just yet here. This sits in here. I think the objective is that this thing here smashes into this here, but I don't see this piece at all. There's a piece that connects that, but I think we're building that next. Okay, they skipped a whole entire part here. Well, it's already got a grade of F. You can't fail it any faster, huh? So I'm missing a whole piece here. They're showing part of this, but I don't have that here. I'm just going to assume that this goes here. I could have skipped the steps simply, but I'm worried more about my phone's health than this. Yeah, you'll hear a lot of complaining through this because it's kind of poor. Whoops, I'll have to filter that out. My bad, I am sorry. You know, some don't like my blunt honesty. Jay, you're being pretty hard on those sets. Yeah, you darn right I am. You know, if Lego charges this kind of money for these, for it being practically useless, yeah. We're missing a bunch of steps here, Lego. What did you do to this app? Like, I'm literally just missing stuff. Okay, we just did that one. Maybe, okay, I gotta turn off the phone and switch to items real quick. We don't want sound on. We don't want to get a copyright strike. I don't want Nintendo after me. Yeah, this app is junk. Well, it won't matter what device I'm on. It's still slower than molasses. This one says bag 2. All right, let's start here. Yeah. I think I got that. That's probably wrong there. Alright, yeah, this doesn't go here. Yeah, so this, guys and gals, if you are technology impaired or you just don't have a lot of patience, I would not advise getting this theme at all. This is something that's just kind of a waste. I thought at least LEGO would provide me with more info than this when doing these reviews. But hey, I don't mind doing a failing grade on stuff once in a while. I can't rig it all up here. Okay, we did all that. Why just that? Why don't you just put this in a PDF? Alright, we just did the suit. Confusing. Let's see if this tablet gets hot, because my phone was burning up. Matter of fact, I don't want to blow my battery out of that. Yes, we know we're still in bag 2. I believe we need this. This is a nice piece. All right, well, you told me we needed that, but now we're needing something else. Let's see how hot this old iPad gets. This iPad has a bad digitizer. The cord's kind of crinkled up. So I have some cardboard and some tape wedged underneath it for it to work. And it starts working great, so, I mean, it was given to me, and I'm not going to complain. Free iPad, and if it wasn't working, I got it working. I got to get me a new digitizer for it. See, I got some tape in the corner there and all that stuff, so, you know, hey. Let's turn off everything. We don't want the sound. I like those texture tiles. That'd be cool if we can get some real ones in real life, and that'd be great for like a backsplash for a bathroom. I mean, a real bathroom, you know? Really good idea. I don't think LEGO will ever improve this theme, because a lot of us, when we heard Super Mario was going to come out, we got excited. We're like, yes, they're finally going to bring out Super Mario minifigures. Not this goofy, oversized thing. That's it. Now we got to build a little spruce tree. We'll take that off here. I don't think you know what that goes here. Brittle brown. I wasn't going to normally do this on this channel here. I think it goes like that. Let's not rush through it real quick, because I don't want to have to do it twice. Okay, it did. I was right. I don't know why they keep streets. What are they doing? I gotta take a look outside. They just keep sweeping the streets. It's not that bad out there. Probably a business owner complained. Alright, these are not supposed to be, they're supposed to be lined up. Nose cone. And the snow cap on the top. Now, I have to admit now, since I have the building guide now in front of me, these are not bad little trees. If you want to use these in front of like a house or something, they're pretty cool. So you could probably make a bunch of those. Just make like a, or for micro builds too. If you're into micro builds, those trees would be perfect for that. And then that's it. So we're done with that nonsense. And yes, I'm a tech guy, but we got a bunch of pieces. Did I forget something? Okay, we got that together. we got that. Okay, the spruce tree goes here. I'm sure we have 3 studs in between there. And is this iPad getting hot? Actually, this thing's still icy cold. Now, maybe I'll have to use this as my building guide thing now. Oh, that didn't go there. I'm not paying attention. Now this piece goes there. I don't think it matters. They're both the same. Yeah, when I was a kid, I didn't have all the Lego sets I wanted, so I had to pretend about a lot of things. It's okay to pretend. I mean, it works. It works when you're a computer programmer too. Why? Because a lot of the stuff that a client you have to interpret. Like for me, I get a client that says, "Hey, I need you to do something for me." Well, I have to do that. I have to interpret what the client wants. Alrighty. There we go. Oh, you don't see the hairy arms today, guys and gals. Okay, let's see here. We're just about done. I have this extra one of these. Maybe they think you're going to break it or something. And I think that's it. So, we don't need to watch the animations. Well, I guess I can since the sound's turned down. Alright, we've seen enough of that. Alright, so let's pick up all this here. We're going to do a little tour of this real quick. And this is the pieces that I had remaining, which is cool. And there's never an empty container to be found. Okay, so if you don't have the Mario figure like I don't, just use a minifigure. Okay, so we'll just pretend he's got his suit on. Well, that just fell apart. So first thing is, there's a lot of loose pieces in here that will just come crashing down. So if you don't have this on a flat surface, this reminds me of a Minecraft set, but a million times worse. There's a Minecraft set we can still play with. You're supposed to grab the suit. Just pretend the hat's on. Okay. You can tell this is not going to work, so we'll just leave this here. And basically what you're supposed to do, it's supposed to go like this and jump on things. This is supposed to shoot, I think it's supposed to go like that. This is supposed to come apart. And you're supposed to jump on these, and it's supposed to go ding, 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 and boing, boing, boing. And you're supposed to run around here. He slides around, and all that stuff. I don't know if I'm doing it right or not. Or you can go the other way if you want. So, well, that's pretty much about it. And that's about as much fun as I can have with this. So let me set it all back up here because I haven't done a thumbnail yet. So, let's talk about build experience. Well, if you can get past the instructions, it wouldn't be too bad. But build experience for me, I had a hard time following the guide at first. So I would say the build experience is probably horrific. Very seldom you'll ever hear me say that. Even Jay the Surfer agrees, you know. Build quality. It's on the loose side. It feels kind of flimsy. Now, could I pick this thing up? Yeah, you could pick it up. Just be very careful with it because you can see it's kind of got some stress points there. So I'd say the build quality is okay, but there is some loose pieces you have to note. So if you're going to play with this, keep it on a flat surface. Which leads to playability. If you have the Smart Figure and you add this with other courses, I'm sure you can have a lot of fun with this. But if you're like me and you want to use a regular minifigure, you can too, but the play is very limited, so the playability would just be an F. Could you drop this in a Lego City? Not really. Maybe you could use the tree out of this, or maybe this little ice piece, but that's about it. Not a whole lot to do a city. MOCs? Well, if you're into the Mario theme, you could probably make a nice large custom display out of this using this setup. So yeah, you could probably put this into MOCs or use these pieces for MOCs. But from my experience building this, matter of fact, I think this is the first one I've ever built, I'm not too satisfied with this set. And for a whopping $24.99 for just 105 pieces, I'm just going to bluntly say that it's a ripoff. Because I'm not even entertained with this. Matter of fact, I had more entertainment with the mission sets. And I felt those were incomplete. Well, at least I could build it and at least play with it. This standing alone, this absolutely just has pretty much no play value. It's overpriced. So I don't see where the $25 is sunk into this. This is just rather on the thin side. So even if you had the smart figure and stuff like that, you know, you could have some fun with it, but it's an overpriced parts pack. I'm going to stick with it. I don't know. Tell me what you guys and gals think. Is this 25 bucks for the set even worth it? Honestly, for me, no, it's not. I could get some really good parts for this for other MOCs than what was provided to me here. Well, tell me what you think.